Right at the centre and the foundation of our business was a need to really drive a vibrant mainstream beer business right the way across the region. We've got flagship brands in Uganda with the Bell brand, Serengeti in Tanzania, and obviously the Tusker brand here in Kenya, which are the heartbeats of our business. And so making sure that we are fully invested in having healthy brands across those three categories and regions was very, very important to us. We also said that as East Africans and particularly Kenyans became more demanding of the categories we operate in and broadened their repertoires, that we would provide innovation and in particular drive our mainstream spirits business and also win in premium, both premium beers and also premium spirits. And we invested capital in providing the ability to drive volume and drive new brands into that environment. We also recognise that many of our consumers still have affordability issues, and in particular with half of the market still being in illicit, we wanted to provide more affordable beers and spirits to more consumers at that end of the demographic than we currently have done. And also make sure that our innovation is pointed at all of those areas of the category based in terms of the price ladder and also in terms of beers and spirits, premium and mainstream.
In terms of the second level of illicit, which is counterfeiting, we do not have a figure. It is illegal in nature, so it's very difficult to get any numbers. And then the other one is what we call parallel, which is our own brands coming through our systems, our porous borders, and probably not paying the rightful tax or not being regulated properly. So we do not also have statistics in terms of that amount or what comes into the country. But it's also a competitor because sometimes we find ourselves competing with our own brands, but unfairly so because it's not level playing field and the prices are not the same. So I think moving on to the other question you asked is about, are we educating consumers? Yes, we are educating consumers about responsible drinking. We'll also put more effort in educating consumers to recognize a bottle which is legitimate and therefore safe for them.
We saw an upturn in economic activity. And hence there was more money getting into the pockets of the consumers of our products. We also saw macroeconomic stability. There was also economic growth. As you know, in East Africa, we've seen economic growth in GDP of between 5% and 6%, depending on the country that you're looking at. We've seen a stable regulatory and tax environment, which has led to more predictability for business. So the environment in which we did business in the second half was fairly good and fairly stable, and hence we are able to realize the aspirations that we had for the business. And you will see in a moment the impact of that on the financial numbers.
If there is a predictable excise environment, and I think F18 from that point of view was really favorable to us. Yes, there have been some excise adjustments made to keep up with the inflation, but overall no shocks to the system. Without actually consumers having to pay much more for our products, we managed to deliver 14% more income to the governments. So I think that shows that creating a positive environment in which our industry and our company can grow is also beneficial for the government.